The economy up by 5.4% year on year. March industrial output by 7.7% year on year. Retail sales up 5.9%. A China then that is booming according to its latest economic figures. But of course the figures before Donald Trump launched his trade war set to cast a shadow over the outlook and raising pressure on Beijing to roll out further stimulus. That as China also appoints a new top international trade negotiator to try to tackle the issues as they unfold. We're going to cross live to our correspondent Patrick Fogg, who joins us for us now. Patrick, these figures, I mean, they really do to give the impression, don't they, of a booming China, at least up until the tariffs came in.
Yeah, that's right, Stuart. It's certainly an indicator that China's economy was picking up steam and it was getting back on track. The growth figure of 5.4% for the period between January to March was higher than what analysts had forecast. They were expecting it to come in at about 5.1%. And as you mentioned, that particularly encouraging sign, retail sales are up by 5.9%. Consumer demand has been a persistently weak area for the Chinese economy, so this would have been extremely comforting. Nevertheless, it is still grappling with a lot of problems, including weak unemployment, deflationary pressures, and an ongoing property slump. Experts would say that if this is a recovery, it's an uneven recovery. Now, with the tariff fight, things are going to be much, much more challenging. And we have seen over the past week or so lots of downgrades for growth for China and for many other countries across this region. UBS in particular painting a very pessimistic picture in the last few days, downgrading growth for China for this year to 3.4% from 4% previously. A lot of this is now going to depend on what sort of stimulus we see from the Chinese government. But regardless, things do look as though they're going to be very challenging in the year ahead.
And Patrick, meanwhile, more and more, of course, implications of the tariffs are emerging for both huge international companies and for smaller ones as well.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we've seen that, what was happening a week ago with these tariff hikes, that seems to have halted for the time being. But when you talk about implications for big companies, I mean, the latest development, of course, is that China has halted deliveries of Boeing passenger planes. That is a big deal. China is the biggest purchaser of aircraft carriers in the world. It was expected to purchase as many as 9,000 aircraft in the next 20 years. And Boeing, of course, is an important American company. It contributes about $78 billion per year to the American economy and provides about 1.6 million jobs indirectly and directly as well. So, as we've said, we were expecting some more non-tariff related measures. So this is the kind of targeted response we're seeing from China. The trade fight is far from over. We're not sure if we're going to see any sort of escalation from the US at this point in retaliation to this particular measure. But, we're also hearing that the Trump administration is demanding talks with Beijing now. The White House saying that the ball is in Beijing's court. That seems unlikely to happen, particularly because Xi Jinping, as we know, is preoccupied with this tour of Southeast Asia. But if he's going to come to the negotiating table, he is certainly going to want to come with bargaining chips like what he's doing with Boeing right now.
Patrick, thanks very much. Patrick Fogg, correspondent, joining us there from Hong Kong.